Kirk Cousins, I don't know what people think about him, but, I kind of saw the comments of Cam Newton, and I get it. Cam Newton has a type of way about what Kirk Cousins has earned in the National Football League. He got that kind of money, and he ain't won but one playoff game, and this is okay. But Kirk Cousins has leveraged the system the way that a lot of players wish they could have. Kirk Cousins is the only player to bet on himself. Kirk Cousins, tell me when Kirk Cousins had a deal with dead money. No, he ain't never took no dead cap money. If you're going to sign me, you're going to sign me to this deal. And a lot of teams could have just said, no, we're not doing that. But there's a belief and a trust in Kirk Cousins that's how the Atlanta Falcons said, you know what, we trust this. Even if he's coming off of injury, we know the player that we're getting. And I don't know if he's going to get you playoff wins and this, but what we believe is we're a better team having Kirk Cousins, and we're much better. And we can think that we surround him with the pieces that he's already got, some young guys who need to grow. He is going to bring the most out of our young players. That's what they're going. Minnesota obviously had a number in mind. And that number was something that Kirk Cousins looked and said, nah, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm going to run on over here to Atlanta.
No, sir, not me.
Yeah, what it said, yesterday's price is not today's price. Okay? Mm-hmm. And so now Minnesota is now in this position to where you look at their division now. Detroit, best team in the division right now? NFC North? Will we say Detroit, or is it Green Bay?
I mean, I think Green Bay's coming on.
The youngest team in the league last year made the playoffs and upset. Is it really an upset? But they upset, I guess. They upset the Dallas Cowboys in the wild card round.
They went on the road.
It's
a road playoff win.
I mean, I predicted they were going to win that game, but
oh man, don't try to do that.
Some fan you are.
Yeah, here you go.
I mean, I just keeps it real. I keeps it real.
But then where does Minnesota fit in this
I think they're
situation?
Are they fourth? They're fourth.
And look, quiet as kept. I know everyone's trying to figure out what they're going to do. Ryan Poles, general manager for the Chicago Bears, Matt Eberflus, everybody's kind of already putting Caleb Williams on the Chicago Bears. I've already done it.
Sure.
I said, sitting down with a young man at the combine, I said, my first time meeting Caleb. And I talked with him. And, the first thing I had to ask him was about, why are you not doing the medical? Why are we not doing this? And he was like, because to be honest, there's only 3 teams that need to do a medical, right? Because he's the best player in this draft. If Caleb Williams was eligible for the draft last year, he would have been the number 1 overall pick. I would have taken Caleb Williams over Bryce Young, over CJ Stroud. So why would it change now? And I get it. There's this world where everyone is so all in on Justin Fields, and I just don't see it. I'm not saying that he's a bad person at all, but what I've seen in his football career so far, there's too much telling me no rather than what Caleb Williams is presenting me yes. Caleb Williams is what? He's the mystery box. And we all love the mystery box, right?
What's in the box?
Let me see the box. Come on. Because you can't – you don't want what happened in Carolina last year to happen to you in Chicago. Whereas Carolina was all in on Bryce Young, and yet C.J. Stroud had a much better season. And now it's like, what is that about? So Caleb Williams, I can't allow him to go somewhere else and be the generational quarterback that a lot of people saw from him last year after winning a Heisman Trophy. He won a Heisman Trophy 2 years ago. And yet this year, did we expect him to be the same Caleb Williams? No, because every team is going to, do different things, right? They're out to get Caleb Williams. And Caleb Williams said it, like, teams are dropping 8 guys in coverage. Like 8 guys. You tell me how many quarterbacks got to go against 8 men in coverage. And yet his ability still found ways to put his team on his back. I'm saying I'm all in with him. I think the division has now changed. They made some great moves. And I honestly say this. We can't sleep on the Chicago Bears if they draft him. This could be what we think we saw last year with the Houston Texans. I can see the Bears doing the same thing and taking off in this division. Really believe that, man. It's a one player can come in. They're set, and I was just looking at their roster, and it's quiet as kept. I'm like, man, they lost Cody Whitehair, Eddie Jackson, Justin Jones, Darnell Mooney got traded over there to Atlanta, and they lost. I don't know if you want to consider a loss, but Nathan Peterman. But let me tell you what they've added on a team that won 7 games last year. And I wouldn't say they won 7 because of their quarterback. They won 7 because I think there's some really good coaching going on.
Defense is balling.
But you add DeAndre Swift, Kevin Byard, Ryan Bates. You mentioned Gerald Everett earlier. Safety Jonathan Owens from Green Bay. You bring in Coleman Shelton, who was a starting center for the Rams last year. And now you bring in Keenan Allen at wide receiver to go with DJ Moore. So now you got Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett. You got some nice running backs now with DeAndre Swift leading the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Montez Sweat plays defense too. Remember that deal they got last year? Hey man, don't sleep on the Chicago Bears in this division.
And bringing Jonathan Owens also brings the greatest gymnast of all time.
Correct.
His wife Simone Biles, so she'll be there as well. So you take that into consideration.
And she doesn't have to have a connecting flight.
No, she'll fly
she
straight
said,
there.
"I don't have to take a connecting flight."
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.